So my topic for peer teaching assignment is on social culture impacts of tourism. So here I'm gonna start with my assignment. So here I would like to define social impacts and culture impacts differently. First, the social impacts means tourism refers to changes in the life of people living in destination communities, and culture impacts defined as changes in arts, artifacts, customs, rituals, and architecture of a people. So if we combine these both definitions, we get a new definition of social culture impacts, which refers to changes to residents' everyday experiences as well as to their values, way of life, intellectual and artistic products. So, tourism may have many different effects on the social and cultural aspects of life in a particular region or area, depending on the culture and religious trends of that region. Interacting between tourists and the host community can be one of the factors that may affect a community, as tourists may not be sensitive to local customs, traditions, standards. The effect can be positive or negative. Here I would like to define first the negative aspects of that sociocultural tourism. So first one is demonstration effects. That means the imitation of action, beliefs, and values by observing people of other group and community. Like tourists come to the host country and they have a different beliefs and actions. So the host people imitate their values and beliefs and try to adopt them in their life. So it degrades the beauty and ethics, tradition, values of that country. So next one is uh, acculturation, which means the process of acquiring or modifying a certain culture for attracting more tourists to generate revenue. So this may also have a negative impacts. So uh, people do amendments in the components of traditional dance to meet the tourist expectations and reschedule the things, budgets, and photography needs. So sometimes people allow cameras in secret buildings, which may hurt the feeling and beliefs of that group. So it also have some social and cultural impacts. So third one is homogenization of culture, and it is defined as transfer of Western ideas and culture onto indigenous and rural communities throughout the globe. So it can be done because people have a more desire for wealth, lifestyle, and education, which may lead to the destruction of preserved ancient cultures and beliefs, and it can also lead to the disrespect of traditions and values. And another effect is marginal man. It is defined as a person who participate in activities of two culture groups but cannot even decide his or her identification to either groups. So it can be pop up in the regions of the host country as younger child involved in serving the tourists, so they adopt their culture and beliefs. But after in their teenager and in their youngster life, so they don't even have some definitions to define them, because they adopt both the cultures from their original country and from the other people from other countries. So the next one is culture shock, which is faced by both tourists and the host. So like experience something different in the host culture, that means the culture shock. So first of all, the eating habits. Some people have different eating habits from other people's. Like a country in Indian southern part, people would always like to eat by their hand, but some people consider it as a unhygienic. So the second one is dressing sense. So like people in Muslim countries always try to wear hijab. Hijab is worn by the women. So in the Western culture, women are free to wear anything. So when a woman from Western countries go in countries in Dubai, so it would be a culture shock for the people over there. So after that, beliefs and rules and regulations of some countries. So all the countries have different beliefs, rules and regulations for their daily life. And next one is culture commodification. The real meaning of commodification is using a place culture artifacts to generate profits for the economy support of that area. So by this we can say that it has a effects like they alter the authentic experiences of place for the tourists. Like uh, if we take example of McDonald's stores, uh, almost all over the world McDonald's have their stores, but if tourists go to some country for having some authentic experience, so some tourists prefer that to go to the McDonald's store, but at that time at the same time they miss the taste of original taste of the local food, which can erase some of the effects of that tourism. And next one is prostitution and sex tourism. So the commercial sexual exploitation of children and young women has paralleled the growth of tourism in many parts of the world. So the tourism is not the cause of sexual exploitation. It provides easy access to it. So it gives encouragement to human trafficking and some other crimes. So it can also be considered as a social impact as a negative on tourism. So the most important is the child labor. So the countries like India, where there is a tourism destination, so most of the child's labor is hired for services. So because people hire this labor because it is cheaper and more exploitable, so they can get more benefits out of that. So now we have some positive impacts. So strengthening community, which can consider some of the positive impacts like employment, reduction in immigration to urban areas, development of infrastructure. And I have an example for that, which is of Dubai. So the tourism can add to the vitality of communities in many ways. The example is that events and festivals of which local residents have been the primary participant and spectators are often regenerate and develop in response to tourist interest. Job created by tourism can act as a vital incentive to reduce immigrants from rural areas. Local people can also increase their influence on tourism development as well as improve their job and earning perspectives through attraction So we can say that like in Dubai we have we can see a lots of development. So it is a tourist destination which has reaped the benefits of positive impacts of development on social and cultural aspects. As we notice that considerable financial investment by the private and public sector, which results in the development of buildings, new jobs, archaeological and heritage sites have been preserved for the people who come over there and have some get some experience for on that archaeological and heritage sites. So and the next one is the inspiring talent. The talent from developing countries would be inspired when they perform in front of tourists, and they get money for that performances. So some of them also get worldwide fame, and because some of the tourists capture their videos and upload it on the social media, so it's like a platform for them to get success. So the next one is education. So youngsters have ability to acquire fast and as compared to the older one, so they can easily learn foreign languages, which would help them to become a good guide for tourists, and it will also help them to get bread and butter. So I have posted a video, so you can watch this video, that how a young boy have a knowledge of 8 to 10 languages while interacting with the tourists. So thank you for watching my video. So this is my topic that I have. Thank you.